Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Comic Book Cover, episode 60.
60. That's right.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Rob.
I'm Jesse.
And of
We're
course,
the comic book clerks.
the Comic Book Clerks.
This is gonna be pretty. This past week was pretty good.
There was a lot of good stuff that came out this last
Civil
week.
War 2. You got Steve Rogers #6. You got Flash and Wonder Woman. You got like all the greats.
Action Comics.
Definitely went through.
Everything was solid too.
I liked it. It was definitely a good week for
The
me.
detective issue was really cool, too, with the Victim Syndicate.
I haven't got to that one yet. I just finished Monster Men. Man, that was okay. I didn't.
Well, you gotta let Batman fight a couple monsters.
I think I might have figured out why though. Like the Nightwing wasn't as great as it could be. Tim Seeley told me himself that he spends too much time on Twitter and not.
His first issue in after that story, though, like, that was a really interesting issue.
Oh, that's what I was like, man, you are a great writer.
He is,
Don't sell
man.
yourself short.
Tim Seeley's awesome. He did a great story called Sundowners for Dark Horse that never actually finished. I think they're going to put out a graphic novel when they finish it. But that was an awesome story.
He did Grayson too, right?
Yeah, Grayson was really good. Let's get right into it. Marvel Comics, Avengers #1.
Straight away. Into
Tell
this
us about
is
it,
my-
Jesse.
This is actually pretty good. I do kind of like this.
I'm interested.
The time has come. Their ranks shattered by civil war. So we got a civil war aftermath already. Their spirits
Again.
weighted down by a toll, both personal and spiritual. Earth's mightiest heroes must find the resolve to stand united one final time against their greatest foe. You got Captain America, Thor, the Vision, the Wasp, Spider-Man, Hercules. Coming back into it again. When the dust
Spider-Man being in
settles-
it's cool.
I like Spider-Man being
I like that team up. I mean, I liked Hercules, like in the
West Coast?
Yeah, well, no, the 80s and 70s. Like,
He just had that. He also just had his Civil War thing, the God of War. The
Oh,
four
Dan
issue run
Abnett
there.
wrote it.
I like that. I feel
Was
like
it-
that kind of redeemed him in a way.
I imagine it was pretty good. Dan Abnett can take characters from mythology and does a really good job. of
Well, the way
because
the
Aquaman is fantastic.
It's
Tell me
pretty
about it.
Did you read? Either of you read the God of War series?
No,
That
I
one?
didn't read it.
The way it come out, like it started out kind of like he was like washed out almost. Like by this before this point, he hadn't really done too much. Like in recent years.
So it's kind of set in
It's
reality.
just been kind of, yeah, so pretty much, yeah. But but by the time we get to the fourth issue and the end of the story, like the modern day heroes have pretty much recognized this guy is still a force to be reckoned with. He's still a hero, and they actually like respect him. Like there's actually one point that like they're at like Captain America and Captain Marvel are like, oh crap, Hercules is freaking out. We're in trouble. Because he's actually pretty strong. Like the only one who actually managed to stop him when he was on a rampage was Captain America himself.
Right.
Which, I mean, if you got to get Captain America himself to step in for you, you got some credential there.
Yeah.
But this is pretty good. This is Kang War 1. This is like the first part of the Kang War. Time Traveler Kang. Back again.
I love the story with Kang and Humans.
Yeah, he was replaced by Medusa and Black Bolt's son for a little while. Yeah.
For a time, yeah, and like he was gonna overtake him, and then like Black Bolt's son was just kind of like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not having that. We got Champions #1, the second printing variant cover from Humberto Ramos, as well as Champions #2. We're gonna see how that goes. I don't know. It's just kind of it's
No
bad
Ramos.
timing. No Ramos.
No Ramos.
No Ramos.
No
All right.
Ramos.
No love for Ramos.
Especially after I just was recently told, because I just started reading Amazing Spider-Man, I noticed that Anna Marie was a little person, and then Aaron was telling me how Ramos drew her like a 10-year-old girl.
It was
And in a
creepy.
completely separate conversation, Josh, like I asked him too, I was like, is she a real person? He was like, man, yes, and like the run before, like said the exact same thing
Yeah,
you
it was
did.
creepy. It was very creepy.
Anyway, we've got Civil War II Amazing Spider-Man, the trade paperback there. That's $15.99. That's the whole Civil War II Amazing Spider-Man story, which I thought was great. I thought that was a great tie-in story, a side story for it, because you had a new villain return, like a villain who was working for Peter Parker, come back as a villain. Like he's back in his whole thing.
Oh, the
I forgot his
Sound
name.
dude?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I can't remember his name either, but he was in the point issues in that very first run we were talking about, because there's always like the 1.1, 1.2.
that's right.
It was that story, and I actually kept that because it was a really
The
good story.
Amazing Grace.
No, it was before that.
I'm kind of wondering if he'll make a reappearance in the main storyline for it, because he's got a new suit now. He has like basically a new modified powers to think. Like he actually stopped Spider-Man. Like he actually shut him down, and he's just kind of like, I'm done working with you. I'm gone, and he leaves.
Well, what's cool about that little story where he first appeared, and it's not this run, but the run before Secret Wars.
Yeah.
It was very old school. I mean, it came off like the old Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man in high school when he first met this kid. It was really, really good.
Okay. We got tons more going. We got
Oh, yeah.
Deadpool #7, the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant with also the Fabian Nicieza Red Signature edition from Dynamic Forces. They're putting those out again. Deadpool and the Merch for Money #5. Deadpool versus Gambit #1, the Gold Signature edition. I don't know why.
Hey man, I heard that was a really great series, and you can get the entire run, issues 1 through 4, for a really great deal. I haven't decided what the deal's going to be, but
It will be a
it'll
deal.
be 30%. We'll get
We had
to
a
it later,
comic
but
fest,
we're
yeah.
having comic book fest sale.
25% off.
30.
30% off?
30%.
Well, even better,
off for
30% off.
everybody.
I'll
Look
take
at
that. I'll take that.
Thanks, guys.
See you later,
Alright.
Josh.
See you, Josh.
Hey, we'll have candy for the kids too tomorrow, as well as free comics.
We're gonna have candy.
Candy and free comics.
You'll be too late to see the candy, but we're gonna have candy.
Can't go wrong.
Justin's on his period.
Okay, we got Death of X #3. Cyclops and Emma Frost have started to hatch their plan, and the Inhumans cross the line with the mutants.
Are you reading this?
Yes.
Is it good?
I'm alright with it, though. I think Aaron disliked #2.
It was #1. It's like I'm
either-
interested
it
in the
was one of the
story.
two.
It's very well written. Maybe it is #2.
It was Scott's speech.
It's
Yeah,
too-
Scott's speech is
Too
just
little, too late.
too
really.
Magneto. Well, plus this is what happened at the end of Secret Wars. Like they kept saying, "Oh, Scott Summers is dead," but we didn't know how. Now they're telling us like
Yeah.
a year later.
Somewhat, see, because I hadn't read Secret Wars. Joe Val's got me into all new X-Men, and that was where they kept talking, because like they had like a cult, a Cyclops cult,
Yeah.
and
I
I
read
was
the
like,
first few issues of it.
I was like, wait a minute, he's dead, like,
Yeah, and they never.
and they never like, when did
Till
this
now,
happen?
I mean, this is where we're gonna
I
find
am
out.
liking the dramaticness of it.
I mean,
so
yeah,
good.
it's
I
well
like
written.
it.
It's just an editorial thing of like,
Yeah.
hey, let's make Scott Summers a bad guy.
But see, he was before that though. That's why. See, that doesn't surprise me, and why I feel like I should, because
It's not that it's a surprise that he's back. It's just that every time I see that played out, it just doesn't.
the Uncanny X-Men before this volume that's currently out, like, I hate that Marvel does that now, but like,
Yeah, it makes it complicated to explain.
yeah, there was he had killed Professor X and everybody hated him. Like, I mean, just absolutely hated
I read
him.
the story where he killed Professor X.
Yeah. And
Just Avengers versus X-Men is kind of funny now.
then Secret Wars happened. I never read Secret Wars. This is all stuff that like I'm reading backwards because Joe Valls has given me the comic codes to them, and yeah, part of me wants to read it. I already knew that Scott Summers was being compared to Magneto because he was like that in the.
I mean, even Magneto makes a comment. I think it's in Avengers versus X-Men where he's like, "You sound more like me."
Yeah.
And Magneto kind of been more of a good guy at this point.
Go figure. What else we got? We got a Fool Killer #1. I have no idea.
Don't care.
I don't know anything about it. We got Black Panther Volume 2 from the Marvel Masterworks hardcover. It's $75 there, as well as the direct market variant edition. We've got the Marvel's Universe Avengers Ultron Revolution #5. Doctor Strange, The Art of the Movie slipcase hardcover, $50 there. But just in time for the movie coming out
Yeah.
I think next week.
Wow.
Wait,
Like-
what? Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
I thought it was not coming out till May of next year.
No.
Dude, what? No.
Oh,
No.
It's like next week. Why do you
Oh.
think we have all these ads and everything?
Well, I mean, I knew that it was coming out.
Actually, Iron Fist will be out right around that time.
Maybe I got.
Maybe you're
that
thinking
mixed
of that
up.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one for y'all. Moon Knight #8. Night Shifts.
No.
Jake
good.
Lockley is under arrest for murder. Is it a false accusation, or has Mark Spector lost control of one aspect of Moon Knight?
He's lost complete control. He's gone completely insane.
Yeah, he doesn't know which way is
from
up
the
and which way is
end-
down.
From
nothing.
you have the it's so beautifully written too. He has this big crazy meltdown in the first story arc, where he's seeing things we don't know if he's really seeing Kanushu or really like what's going on, but we know he's in a mental hospital, and then he wakes up and he's a different person. He's a movie producer on a movie set with
Yeah.
a different name, and
It's
weird.
It's crazy, but it's great.
it
It
is
is
very
great stuff.
reminiscent of early Twilight Zone episodes. Like it's just, and I love.
Yeah.
So,
Like anytime he could just start walking and this is like Mark Spector, just starts talking about it like
this is certainly a book that you won't be able to just jump on in any issue. You kind of need to.
Yeah, you
gotta
need to
start
start
from
from
the
the
beginning.
beginning.
Start from the beginning.
or wait for one of the volumes.
And it's an all-star kind of lineup. Smallwood's art is beautiful, and then Frank Avila's doing certain sections. Like whenever he changes personalities, they change artists,
Yeah.
and that makes it even more cool.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
does- that is
it does.
pretty good.
They did that with Batman, Robin, Eternal too.
Yeah.
The time change. So I really like that. Yeah.
We've got Miss Marvel Omnibus Volume 1 hardcover. This one, here's the wild card here, and I'm not sure what to make of this one. Occupy Avengers, #1.
It's interesting, at least as far as if you want to know what's up with Cliff Barton. I noticed Red Wolf is in it too, but who cares? It's more like Cliff Barton. I know some people are probably turned against him, as
yeah.
you say, but it's not really Cliff's fault.
It's not really his fault. It's, as we read, Steve Rogers' fault.
Steve Rogers planted
Steve
the
Rogers'
seeds.
entire doing.
Captain Marvel's, pushing things.
I don't know. It's just it's weird though because I think that's what they're aiming for is they're trying to combat that stigma that Hawkeye would have after that comic after that
Yeah.
issue. Yeah, he just killed her, but it really wasn't his fault. He's actually still a good guy.
I mean-
and they got to push past it.
Banner asked him to do it, so
I know,
how can you
it's
really
just-
hold
it's-
it against
Yeah,
him.
you can't.
It's
Which was really set up by
Steve Rogers.
Yeah, it's a way back and forth, and like you have your morals and things of just like, well, he killed the Hulk, but it's like, but then have the knowledge of, oh, well, he was manipulated into it, sort of thing. It's a toss up. So I don't know if I'll get it or not. I might pick up the first issue just to see if it catches my attention.
Out of the
Try.
things that they're putting out in the now, aside from Avengers, that's probably the next interesting one. Stuff like Foot Killers.
Did you pick up
cares?
Mockingbird? Did you?
Yes, I did because was that the next one coming out?
No, but you can go right ahead.
I was just gonna say that I think that right now this is a very controversial issue, Mockingbird #8, because of the cover, where she's
Really?
wearing "Ask Me About My Feminist Agenda." Chelsea Kane, who has been a novelist for years, with her Twitter account, and she was harassed so much because of this cover that she had to shut down her Twitter account.
Are you serious?
Marvel didn't back her up or anything.
That's
either.
sad.
Like it is, and
There's nothing wrong with that cover.
There's nothing wrong with
in
it.
fact, it's a beautiful cover. I'm
It is. It's a
actually
really nice
picking it
shot.
up myself because I had already had my eye on it, and then when I noticed all the controversy, I was like, you know what? I'm
This
gonna
is Steve Rogers
give a
#1
little
again.
something towards
Yeah.
Chelsea Kane's paycheck because she deserves it. Me personally, I'm very anti-feminist for economic reasons, but I would never in a million years harass someone to the point.
Yeah,
to
everybody's
where,
allowed to have their opinion, their point of view.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the modern age, guys.
Yeah.
I know. Well, Dave Sim dealt with it when Cerebus because he was anti-feminist, and now because she is pro-feminist, she's getting it. You just can't win with comic book.
Neither should catch any flack.
You can't win with the internet, guys. You just-
Oh, yeah.
But I highly recommend picking this issue up if you wherever you can find it. It is a beautiful cover.
It is.
It is a good cover. I have to admit, that's very good artwork.
yeah,
Who did it? Who was the artist?
Can't tell. Let's see.
Yeah, they always make the signature so small.
I
Who's our
thought Chelsea-
mystery artist?
I thought Chelsea Kane was the one that Joelle Jones
Oh,
and
cool.
Rachel Rosenberg.
Go figure.
Rosenberg. That
Still pretty
sounds like
cool.
a feminist
Definitely another
name
one to
right
keep an
there.
eye on.
Like
Uh,
Gloria Steinem.
Yeah.
Let me keep the ball rolling here. We got Scarlet Witch #12, Spider-Man 2099 #17. That one's a
It's
solid
another
series
good book,
still
Peter
going.
David.
We got Spider-Woman #13, Scare Tactics starts now.
Great Frank
A lot of
Avila
people-
cover.
A lot of people eating that one up. Jessica Drew is tangled with some of the worst and toughest criminals the Marvel Universe has to offer, and she's done it while learning to be a mom, to boot. But even motherhood can prepare her for the toughest challenge yet, the Hobgoblin.
Nice.
Now, we don't know who's under the mask, though. We have no idea.
Interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. When Spider-Woman first came out, like back in, was it 2015?
70s?
Please be Mark Hamill. Please be Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Has to take it off.
If it was
Were
Mark
we talking
Hamill, that'd be
70s,
ridiculous.
like when the character first showed up, or just the
What,
series?
this series, this run. Because, I mean, like, you have to
It
be
showed
fair.
up after Secret Wars.
Right. I was thrown off by it because on one hand I was like, that's an interesting story idea. I think that would be interesting to see how that pans out. At the same time, I was kind of like, well, I don't know if I'm that invested in it. I'm kind of regretting that I didn't.
I always liked the character. I didn't like when they did the outfit change recently.
Yeah, that's true. We got Spidey number 12, Star Wars, Here's for a New Hope hardcover, Thor, the Epic Collection Volume 2, When Titans Clash. We're going to talk about Thor in just a second.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
We've
about
got True
this.
Believers, Deadpool Variants number 1.
Now, if you want to harass somebody, harass the Deadpool people.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. Their Twitter accounts just shut down.
We've got Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Volume 1 hardcover.
Don't get me started.
No, Robert can't talk about it.
Okay, let's get on a good note then.
Is this the next
Unworthy Thor.
Let me take this one.
Unworthy Thor. I will let you
I
take
want
this
to preface this that we are already sold out.
Yes,
We are already sold out of this book, so
I do, but there's going to be 2 hitting the shelf.
one. 2 on the shelf.
So be
Alright.
quick about it.
Yeah, definitely.
You might like by the time you see this video,
I would, yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll have it up Tuesday, but if you're watching this on Wednesday, get here, like
Get
now.
here and get it.
yeah.
This is a big book.
1 of 5. Odin's son's desperate search to regain his worthiness has taken him out into the cosmos, where he has learned of the existence of a mysterious other Mjolnir. The weapon of unimaginable power, a relic from a dead universe, is the key to Odin's son's redemption. But some of the greatest villains of the Marvel Universe are now anxious to get their hands on it as well. Can the Odin son reclaim his honor, or will the power of thunder be wielded for evil? The quest for the hammer begins here.
It's going to be good. I want this comic to answer one question. I want one question answered from this comic. What made Thor unworthy?
We're all hoping
Well,
to-
I know that it's going to go back to. I know it was an issue 4 of Mighty Thor because that's the only copy the only issue that I didn't get. It might be 3 or 5 where we see Thor and he's trapped.
Yeah, he was captured.
Yeah, he was
But
captured.
that was right when.
I know this is going to like go back to that and answer.
Yeah, but
He
then we'd
was-
have to jump back to Original Sin when Nick Fury whispered in his ear,
Which
whatever
I'm
he
just-
said.
Yeah, and I'm
Shut
just now
down
starting that. It'll be my
The
weekend.
thing I
read.
remember that issue you're talking about because I read that recently. I've got that one now, and I remember that because apparently I guess Thor just has this sense of awareness of his family and everything because that's when Thor's mother got stabbed by Loki.
Yeah.
And he just went berserk. Like if not for those restraints, wherever he was would have been torn to pieces.
Right.
Like he was just flat out losing it.
Did you read the last issue of Mighty Thor?
I did. It was good.
Yeah,
Or- Origin of
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
was
Yeah,
good.
man, that's so good.
I really like how they. You should have bought it by now. So if
Makes
I'm
me
not,
think
I don't care
that,
about- spoiler alert.
Kind of boosts like the level of Mjolnir's kind of like almost a more epic weapon than you
Almost
think.
a character in
Well,
itself.
yeah,
yeah.
it is a thinking entity.
I've never seen it
So-
do that power where it can turn itself into someone. I've never
Yeah,
seen
that
it.
was
that's
different.
the first time. Yeah,
That was
actually
pretty cool.
happened in the previous issue.
Yeah, where it's protecting Jane Foster.
And
by
then
moving.
we go back and we learn that it was a storm, and it was
a cosmic storm?
Yeah, it was a cosmic storm that was put in Uru metal, forged by
The dwarves.
dwarves that were
for like
very
many
afraid.
dwarves that
I think
sacrificed
they
their
did it for like
life.
3 weeks. Their planet was almost gone.
Yeah, and for little things too, because ultimately Odin just threw it to the side.
Yeah,
It's like, he couldn't control it.
Yeah.
So,
His ego couldn't
Found
take it.
another one. Found another wielder.
but yeah, definitely. Like I'm sure we'll get more. Josh said he was ordering more copies of Unworthy Thor. But if you want to get it, like when we
First
do,
print?
yeah, then
First print is already sold out. It hasn't even hit the shelf yet.
Yep. Sold out here.
All right, what do we got for Independence?
Independence. We have a lot of stuff from IDW. I'm probably going to glance over because most of it is just hardcover stuff.
That very first one's worth mentioning, though.
Batman: The Silver Age newspaper comics, Volume 3, 1969 through 1972.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I couldn't afford it. It's
No, but it's
$49.99,
definitely cool.
But
Definitely worth that.
if I got paid more, I would probably most of my paycheck it goes to my children and then back to the store. So
Yeah.
I'm always reinvesting. That's the way I like to look at it.
What else
And
we
my
got?
mom looks at it a completely different way. Revolution number 4 of 5, Silent Interlude. One human has the skill to break into Autobot City, but what is Snake Eyes going to do when he finds himself face to knee with Optimus Prime? And outside Miles Mayhem and the Mass team wait to see who walks out alive. I'm kind of surprised by this whole Snake Eyes thing because he's a little bit more logical thinker than Scarlet Which
So this one
was-
puts Snake Eyes against Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody's gonna be slick enough to
I know. I was
make a
I'm
move,
like,
it's
this sounds
Snake
really
Eyes.
awesome, and it's on 4 or 5, so like it's already almost done.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's good.
I just cannot get over like the dialogue that Optimus Prime is trying to have with Scarlet Witch.
Or just Scarlet, you mean?
Yeah, Scarlet. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's easily confusing.
I'm sorry.
They both have red hair too,
Yeah.
But Scarlet. yeah, go on.
Scarlet. Yeah.
or red.
And I would have thought that Snake Eyes would have seen right through. You know, it saw like understood what Optimus Prime was saying.
Well, it's not like you
Unless
can
he's
explain it to
speaking.
anybody.
Yeah. ROM number 4 is coming out. Skylanders Dive hardcover. It's only going to be $12.99. This one, I think the only person signed up for it is Jesse. Strawberry Shortcake Volume 1, The Return of the
Oh
Purple
yeah.
Pie. We were going to do a whole little, Aaron and I were going to do a whole little thing on that. Like,
Were you actually going to do that?
try to like set it up to where like see if we could talk you into buying this comic. We were going to play
Okay, no, you wouldn't be able to because as soon as you say Strawberry Shortcake, I'm out.
Yeah, it's
I'm
tanked
done.
from there.
But we could have came up with something. But like, see now you
You
know,
would have
so-
had to have like never said the title. You would have had to like repaint it.
Return of the what?
the Return of the
The
Purple Pie
Pie
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
See, you can't. There's no. You
Yeah,
could
there's
not
no
mention the title at all.
sound.
Like I would have been like, no.
Now, what if I said the Return of the Pink Chicken God? Or the
Heck
Pink
yeah, I'll
Chicken
buy that
Man?
right away.
All right. Transformers Till All Are One Revolution #1 and Walt Disney's Treasury of Classic Tales Volume 1 hardcover. That's all from IDW.
The big dog.
Image has a lot of good stuff coming out next
They
week.
do.
Bitch Planet #9. Meet Eleanor Doan, President Bitch.
This was a cool comic. I read the first 3 issues. I really need to catch up on the trade. Matt Fraction's wife is she's a feminist, and she puts her view into the comic. And even though like Robert, I'm not a supporter of feminism, I'm all about people sharing their points of view, and it's a damn good book. And there's no doubt that, and it's got that 70s exploitation vibes, which
That's what
really
you were
makes
telling
it cool.
me, yeah. And I had read the first issue when it came out for Image. Image First, yeah,
Yeah.
and it was really good. They're also coming out with the Comic Book League Defense Fund Liberty Annual 2016. Great heroes be the change. CBLDF salutes the real people who changed the world from suffragettes to sports legends, creative visionaries to courageous citizens who took a stand. CBLDF Liberty Annual 2016 will inspire readers to go out and optimistically build a better world by telling the stories of the people who did just that. All proceeds from this benefit anthology support comic book legal defense funds. Important work protecting the freedom to read. Absolutely, this store is a huge supporter of the comic book
It's an obelisk.
legal defense
That's like one of the
defense
most modern
funds.
things. It's definitely awesome to see them doing that.
Yeah.
That stands up for the modern rights of comic writers.
It
Exactly.
doesn't give a price on here, but I imagine if Josh ordered any, then I'll definitely be picking
It's
it
worth
up.
looking
Same
at.
here.
Deadly Class. I actually started reading volume 1 of that, and it's really good. Really good. It's on issue number 23. Drifter volume 3, Lit by Fire. I'm guessing
I think Josh read that.
Is this the Drifter from Wildcats?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Griff. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different character. I am all over the place today.
It happens.
Eclipse number 3, Eden's Fall number 3, Faster Than Light volume 2, Mayday number 1, and one of my absolute favorites, a new story arc, great time to jump on, Nailbiter number 26. Start of a new story arc. It's starting to snow in Buckaroo, and with it comes the bloody truth of the Nailbiter. Are you ready to witness the horrible acts that got him that nickname? I am. Like, this is like a edge of your seat comic. So good. I think Josh and I are the only ones reading it right now. I cannot recommend this book enough. And I think we still have issues 2 through 6 and then like 19 through the current issues. I highly recommend trying to get them. Trying to get
Something
them
to jump
all,
on,
like
for
which a lot will be 30% off tomorrow.
That's true.
So, but you won't know that
You better look back on
Way
this
too
day
late.
fondly.
Yeah. Nailbiter Volume 5, Bound by Blood. That was a great story arc. Outcast by Kirkman and Azeta. I guess I'm pronouncing that wrong. Deluxe Edition Volume 1 hardcover. That Volume 1 was, the first story arc was so amazing. Once again, Kirkman is... he's a nail biter himself because like you're constantly like, oh, what's going to happen next? But you know, the old adage. Prophet Earth War number 6, Revival number 44, and this is the one that Aaron and I are really looking forward to.
Josh too.
Josh as well.
Jason can't do no wrong, Aaron.
Yep.
And
Southern
Jason
Masters
Latour.
number 15. It's not that far in. Like I mean, 15
No.
issues is not.
We actually
that
went
bad.
a few months without getting any issues because Jason Aaron's writing so many books.
He is all over the place, kind of spread out.
Pick this copy up if we have any extras, like, because you'll regret it.
Plus,
later on.
also, this is a new story arc, so it's also a good time to jump in.
Exactly. New story arc, Gut Check. Part 1, Coach Boss holds sway over Craw County for one reason. He wins football games. But after the biggest, ugliest loss of his career, the coach must become more of a criminal than ever before. If he's going to keep ahead of his enemies. Enemies like Roberta Tubb, who's come to town with a machine gun and some serious questions about how her daddy died. The 2015 Harvey Award winner, Best New Series, and the 2016 Eisner Award winning Best Continuing Series, which should tell you something. Those are two
Yeah, if
huge
you get- if
awards
you're
in
winning,
comic book.
Those are
That's
big.
like the Pulitzer Prize in comics.
Mhm.
It is, that's big.
Southern Fried Crime comic by Jason Aaron and Jason Latour is back for another round of football, barbecue, and bloodshed. All three things I love: football, barbecue, and I love bloodshed. And Walking Dead number 160, The Whisper War Part 4. The war rage is on. And
We've had so many people freaking out about that
A lot
new
of going
episode.
on, yeah. Well, Walking Dead has
You know,
struck a
there's actually-
nerve.
it's
We've
actually-
had 60 issues to get used to it, you
Yeah.
know. But
The thing for me though, this is hilarious. They have the video now of Glenn's death. Spoiler: Glenn died.
Yeah, well, not that big of a spoiler because
Yeah.
for everybody that's upset about it on the show, those of us reading the comics knew this was going to come for a while.
The thing though, the thing that's made me laugh at it though, not at Glenn's death, but the fact is there's a Lego version of that footage. Someone took the time to redo the entire thing
with
with Legos,
Interesting.
and it's hilarious. Like it's straight up.
Lastly, we
ridiculous.
got another popular Wicked and Divine. number
Wicked and
23.
Divine number 23, yeah. And it's on to DC. Do you want to go?
I'll go ahead and I'll run through this quickly.
Okay.
Aquaman number 10, House of Light. Before Mera can marry Aquaman and become the Queen of Atlantis, she must undergo numerous trials to appease the ancient traditions of her adopted homeland. But not everyone in the court of Atlantis is keen to see an outsider ascend to the throne.
Yeah.
This has been a great story. And Mera's, volunteered to go through these trials and then finds out she's got to, be there for months. And at the same time, it's building towards the luge.
Yeah, definitely.
Batman number 10, I Am Suicide Part 2. Batman now has his team and ready for the most dangerous mission of their lives as the Dark Knight prepares his squad to infiltrate Santa Prisca. He may find that it's up to him alone to face Bane. It's interesting, we were talking earlier with the Catwoman thing. I'm not too sure how I feel about that part of it.
She's got 230 counts of murder on her head.
Catwoman, yeah.
She's
Catwoman.
really the huge murderer. though.
I never saw her as a murderer unless she got the pin for some huge event that went
She's
down.
not
Well-
a typical Arkham character either.
No.
She, there have probably been lots of guards, in jewelry stores
Sure.
that have probably died
They knew what
She's
they were
slick enough
getting
to
at.
get by.
either directly or indirectly. Just because Batman, his blood flows for her, doesn't make her a good guy. I mean, Batman's always
I
had a
see
shady.
her. I
taste
see
in
her
women.
as
Talia.
chaotic neutral.
Yeah,
she's
definitely.
chaotic neutral to me. She can go either way.
Batman 66 meets Steed and Mrs. Pill, number 5 of 6. Catwoman Election Night. Now this one's interesting. I forgot who the writer was.
It was a duo, 2 women writers. I forgot.
Now Shane Davis is on art. Man, who was the freaking female that was writing?
It's over my head.
I'll probably think of it after the video.
probably.
But it has a pretty interesting take. I'm curious about it. Cyborg number 4, Imitation of Life, Part 5. Cyborg loses control of his robotic form when it begins attacking his friends and family at Star Labs, trapped in a virtual maze of ominous visions and forgotten memories. Can Vic Stone hack his way through the cybernetic gauntlet that is his own mind?
I almost wonder if this has a tie-in for the Justice League storyline that they're about to do.
It does
about
seem like it's
hacking,
kinda
'cause
connected.
It's similar ideas. Cyborg getting hacked.
Yeah, this two-part storyline that ran through Justice League, it seems like it kind of touched on several things that I think will be brought up later on.
It's all very good character development.
It showed their flaws.
But the
It's
story
still
itself
not
is
like,
yeah,
wow.
it's not wowing
And
me.
you got Superman trying to say, I'm a good guy. You should trust me. You got Batman just being like, I don't trust you, and I feel bad about that, but I don't trust you.
This last issue
Yeah,
was very interesting.
Yeah,
on that
he did
aspect.
Lot
not.
of
Superman
different- lot
finally
of
did
stuff.
kind of did not take it well. Like
No.
it got
He
really
snapped.
frustrating. It was like, yeah, but of course that was that fear
That
thing
monster
that was,
thing.
that was
Which
going through.
we never got
everybody.
to identify. I was kind of took me out of it. I was like, well, what is it?
It has its flaws, but it's still worth reading. Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, number 6 of 9, Collector's Edition. Also, Dark Knight Returns Collector's Edition box set. We got DC Comics Bombshells number 19, DC Superhero Girls Volume 2, Hits and Miss. Death of Hawkman number 2 of 6. This has been interesting, the first issue was at least. Imprisoned on Rann and accused of being a spy for the enemy Thangarians, Adam Strange finds a most unusual ally in his rescuer, Hawkman, who knows his people are innocent of the recent devastating attack on Rann and is desperately searching for the truth of who began this conflict and why. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a miniseries.
Yeah.
Hopefully Hawkman doesn't actually die, but it's named Death of Hawkman, so I'm just going to assume that he will. We have Ever After, The Pages of Fables number 3, Flintstones number 5, Gotham Academy Volume 3 Yearbook, Green Arrow number 10, Murder on the Empire Express Part 1. I've really enjoyed this book, and
I like the
Juan
ones.
Ferreira is going to be doing the art on this one. I'm a little bit more of a fan of him. The only thing on this book is just art. It's not bad at all.
No.
It's just not my favorite style.
Yeah, that's why I dropped the book. That and the repeating storylines.
Boat.
Yeah. Excuse me, Kevin.
We got Green Lanterns number 10, Harley Quinn number 7. We got some April's Fool specials, Dynamic Forces Gold Signature Edition. Scott Williams is the one signing. Justice League number 8, Outbreak Part 1. Someone is hacking into Justice League's computers, causing the Batcave's weapons and security systems to turn against the Dark Knight and the Watchtower's satellite to plummet to Earth with Cyborg trapped on board.
I think this is the final Paquette connecting cover too.
Yeah.
With
all
Flash.
the
And
heroes,
this storyline's the one I'm actually looking a little more forward to, too. Midnighter and Apollo, number 2 of 6. Nightwing, number 8, Rise of the Raptor conclusion, which is pretty quick. Raptor's true colors have been revealed as he takes Batman hostage. Nightwing will have to use every skill he's ever learned to save his old mentor from the wrath of his new mentor. Spoiler alert, for those who haven't read, it's definitely a connection between Raptor and Grayson that goes all the way back.
See,
Apparently he knows his
We
mother.
sold out. We had one copy left, and I didn't make it in my file, so I put one back there, and I'm now gonna have to go spend some time looking for it because I don't know where it went.
Yeah, that's odd.
Digging.
But
in the recesses.
Tim Seeley, like we started out with it, he is like, and I'm not just saying this because he was kind enough to like have a conversation with me. Like, he really is such a great writer. Like, I mean, he's a very subtle writer. I'm a big fan of like Mickey Spillane and
You can tell he's into that kind of stuff.
yeah, definitely.
To make Grayson a good comic, when it really, most all of us were just kind of like, yeah, it was hard not to read it. And when I didn't want to, it was like, man, I don't like this, but it was so good. We got Northlanders Volume 2, The Icelandic Saga, Red Thorn number 12, Shade the Changing Girl number 2, Sheriff of Babylon 12 of 12. That ends that.
Oh my gosh, this is the one. This is the one I've been next.
Yes, this is the comic that's coming out that a lot of us
It's right
are
up there with
cannot
Unworthy
wait.
Thor.
Yes,
Like-
those are the two: Unworthy Thor and Superman number 10,
Ah,
and The
yes.
Name of the Father Part 1. For the first time,
is
the
gonna
Man
be
of
good.
Tomorrow and the Boy of Steel. Team up with the Cape Crusader and the Boy Wonder in a father-son adventure you won't want to miss. Damien has been hearing a lot about this mysterious new Superboy, and now's his chance to find out who he is. Cannot wait for that interaction
Yeah.
because Jonathan is
Is
such
a
a good
sweet,
boy.
Such a good
Yeah, and
Boy
then
Scout.
Damien
He
is
is a prick.
yes. So yeah, and
It's
it's
the-
the team
it's the-
that did Batman, you know, and Robin.
Yeah, Tomasi and Gleason.
And now we have them on the Superman book doing Superman and his son. So this
So I'm
is
kind of imagining in terms of like a DC timeline sort of thing. This is taking place before Damian goes to find his Teen Titans. I'm assuming.
maybe not.
Maybe a lot of times, like, because there's so many Superman books.
In between this story and this story. This
Yeah,
happens.
it just kind of happens in between.
It's like, hey, by the way, we're here.
Yeah. Superman the Man of Steel Volume non-trade paperback. Teen Titans The Silver Age Omnibus Volume 1 hardcover.
I wouldn't mind having that.
Yeah. Unfollow number 13 and Wonder Woman's 75th anniversary box set. I know
Would
it's got...
also love to have that.
Yeah, it's got Rucka's stuff, which we have this. If you
Kind
like
of
to
demonstrate.
check out some of his older materials that he did with Wonder Woman. And I know Azzarello's run, which we also have.
We have a lot of good pieces here.
There you
Oh
go.
my gosh, yeah.
Essential Wonder Woman to read. As
Tell
well as
you,
the new series.
you know, for the 5 of you guys that are, tell you what, I got an idea. For the 5 of you guys that are watching this video, if you recommend a friend to come in or watch the video and then come in to the store and they say the magic word Shazam, we'll give them, even if they're not a file subscriber, 10% off of like whatever.
There you
That
go.
is awesome. You heard it
Yeah.
from Rob.
Rob
Yeah.
decreed it.
I am a sales master.
He is.
I'll allow
We
it.
know
Not
what
as good as this
that's
guy,
another
but-
sales master.
I know.
I'm pretty good myself.
Yeah.
You're good. I'll
So,
go for that. I'll go
we
for
all know
that.
what time it is.
From the vault.
Time from the vault. Boom, 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 boom. This one's really cool. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's Fantastic Four number 28, and it guest stars the X-Men, which I think, if I'm correct, this is probably the first X-Men crossover.
Yes, it is actually.
That is a pretty neat thing.
Jack Kirby, Stan Lee. It's a beautiful
It's
cover.
the all-star Marvel team.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it really is. It's,
Anytime you can buy something with Jack Kirby, I highly recommend doing it.
and with
Kirby.
Jack Kirby doing 2 of his most popular characters, Fantastic Four and the
He
X-Men.
didn't really do a whole lot of X-Men. He didn't even make it to issue 12 of that before
No.
they switched artists. So anytime you get Jack Kirby doing the X-Men, it's extra special.
Mm.
Right, and
No
this
pun
is for a
intended.
low price of 70 bucks. Yeah,
Plus, you throw on your discount.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're a
Yeah.
subscriber, you get 25% off comics like these. If you're a
Now,
subscriber,
if you want to try and finagle prices with us, then we can always give the discount. If you want to negotiate, discount,
whichever way it works out.
yeah, it's difficult for us to do
I'm
because some of these
gonna-
comics we actually paid a decent chunk of money for.
I'm gonna give you guys a little hint. If you haggle it down and forfeit your discount, you would actually get more money if you just went on and took the discount.
Yes.
It's true.
And that's just a little secret for those intimate enough that
The 5 of you that watch
this video. So yeah, and this one, I mean, just I'm sure Kevin will put a thumbnail of this up, but look it up yourself and just check out that cover. I mean, this is a wall hanger for sure.
Oh, definitely.
And like I said, the spine's kind of beat up in the corner over there. But at $70, and trust me, Aaron and I are very anal and very thorough when we grade something. I can't remember how much a near mint copy is, but I
Yeah.
guarantee
excessive.
We're talking Fantastic Four number 28.
yeah,
Early
it's,
stuff
it's
like
probably
that.
in the if we have it in the 70s, then it's probably in near close to thousands.
Probably.
So, and it's just
It's just cool.
yeah, it's cool. I mean,
No
you
other
also
way
have
to-
the Mad Thinker, the Puppet Master, and the Awesome Android, as Stan Lee says, and that's not all. You'll also see. But I would love to have this issue. I mean, just looking at Beast and, like, I don't know, just this interaction with Beast
Like some of the classic X-Men.
and Mr.
Jean Grey in her
Fantastic.
Marvel Girl days.
Yeah, I mean the original costumes. It's just
It's a classic piece of Marvel history.
Iceman before he started wearing clothes and
It's just
spiked his hair.
We need to
up.
take that poster down.
I know it really does make it hard to concentrate because it's so bad.
I think that's why we're all just like, whoa.
We're like,
But this will be in the glass case, and it'll be waiting for whoever of you is
The lucky
smart
person.
enough to pick it up.
On that note, also we'd love to remind you at this point that you get 25% off if you sign for 5 or more titles. Can't beat it.
Let's see. Halloween is Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
got
So
the
by the time you
Halloween-
watch this video, it's done.
It's
But
done.
Luckily,
Yeah,
we
it's
mentioned
done.
it last video.
Yeah, we did mention this last video. Okay, yeah.
We might even
Um,
shoot another video today just to talk about Halloween Comic Fest.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that would actually be a good idea. So
10% off at the Money Tree on back issues.
look
Of
for
course,
a.
Brian Putman's sending me messages on Facebook.
Yeah, I
as
know, I
we're
just saw
recording this
that.
I need
video.
to get this. That's what
Yeah.
he said, something like that.
He's watching it
Maybe
live.
he's
Maybe,
Maybe
yeah,
it is, huh?
live. You can see it. Anyway, we got some good deals. Obviously, by now, Halloween Comic Fest will be over, but I'm running the
We hope you
30%
stop
out.
by.
Got the graphic novels over there. We'll do another video and talk about that.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
25% off for file subscribers.
yeah.
10% off at Money Tree.
The Money Tree for
So
the
we've
back
told you
issues.
twice now. You can't say
Yeah.
that you don't know.
Yeah, you can't beat that deal. And a lot of people are starting to realize that too, which is starting to expand our comic book base, which will allow us
more
more
stuff.
freedom
Get
to
more
get more
deals.
stuff and more great deals because we are all about
Getting people
like,
Treating you good.
Yeah, I
Doing
mean,
what we can for you to buy more and read more.
I've said it from the first day that I started working here that if you collect comics, your file subscribe, even if you just subscribe over at Big Bang, you're one of us.
You're a comic guy.
Yeah, you're a comic guy. I know it's really popular right now to be a comic guy, but I've seen that fad come and go before, and now's a good time to get a lot of good stuff.
Oh, definitely.
While they're-
On that note, we'll be seeing you next week. I'm Aaron.
I'm Rob.
I'm Jesse. See y'all later.